Hello everyone, and welcome back to my monthly readings featuring my story cards oracle deck, which I am the artist and author of. I'm Kathy Nichols, as well as a zodiac based horoscope reading. So I was very happy with the feedback I received for my first zodiac oracle reading last month, which was August, and I decided to go ahead and continue with this trend. I'm really happy that the readings have been positive for you and have been fun for you to watch. So I've spread out the cards already for September, and I have lit a candle for light and love for us. That's going to be burning in the background. And this month, our birthday sign is Virgo. So I'm going to do a little bit of an extra special reading for Virgo, where I'll pick one card in the beginning and then another card at the end to give you a little bit more insight. And for those of you who are not Virgos, you will also get a reading based on your own horoscope as well, which I have arranged in the circle for all of the sun signs here. Each card is laid on top of one of the sun signs, and we're going to go around in the circle. So, to get started with the reading, I am just going to ring this antique bell for clarity, and we're going to hope for clarity of vision and light in our reading and truth. Okay, so my first card for today is for Virgo. You can see Virgo's underneath there. And this card is such an interesting and evocative card, I think. This is the duality card. Perfect card for a Virgo, which we have this young girl represented in her white dress, which is very resonant of the Virgo Virgin, actually. And the interesting thing about this card is that you see one side we have the girl in her white dress, the other side is the dark dress. And we see that the girl in the white dress is getting some sort of vision of a gilded butterfly. So it's something beautiful, it's something very decorated, but what's happening is that this gilded butterfly is also being presented and being represented by this dark side, which isn't necessarily a bad side, it's a shadow side. And the shadow side is informing her vision. And so what I take away from this card is that you, Virgo, tend to be a little bit hard on yourself. You are a perfectionist, and you want everything to be in order and clear, and that sometimes you tend to push down some of your less positive emotions and some of your shadow, what they call the shadow side of yourself. So this month of September should be a great opportunity for you to just realize that and forgive yourself a little bit for any imperfections that you perceive that you may have, and to also kind of invite the shadow side into your perception and integrate it a little bit more, which will create much more harmony and joy for you this month and always. So I think this is a really cool card for you, Virgo, and we'll get back to you with an extra one at the end of the reading. I'll just set this down. And moving along, our next card is for Libra. Libra, September is a wonderful month for you to release any worries that you may have. If you've had a heartbreak, if you have been grieving at all, or if you've just been sad about things, it's time to let that black balloon go. Let it go and allow yourself to shine and to once again be whole. It's a kind of an interesting departure from the card that we just saw, because for a Virgo, I'm asking Virgo to integrate darkness and light. And for Libra, I'm saying go ahead and release that darkness you may be carrying around in September. You have the release card. For our next card is Scorpio. Oh, what a fun card for you, Scorpio. The last... well, maybe not the last, but it's September, which is basically fall, and it's the change of season, we hope. And for you, Scorpio, you get the travel card. So hopefully this month you're going to get to go on one last vacation and before the cold weather comes, and just enjoy yourself. Get out there into nature. You have a lot of fun ahead of you if you go on a little trip, even if it's just for a day trip. So enjoy your travel, Scorpio. Next card is Sagittarius. Oh, Sagittarius, you have gotten the self-reliance card. So for you, if you have felt dependent on others in the past, for the past, the cards are kind of saying for the past 9 months, actually, that you felt a little bit dependent on others. Now is the time to break out and to feel the power of your own legs riding that bicycle and powering beneath you. And just remember, when you rely on yourself, you leave a trail for your loved ones, for your soulmate, for everything that you dream of for yourself to follow in your wake. So practice some self-reliance, dear Sagittarius, in September. This does feel a little bit like a back-to-school card, though, as well. It's sort of a fall scene for Sagittarius. Next card is Capricorn. Capricorn, for you, you received the Mother card. So this is a great opportunity in September to cherish your role as a mother, if you are a mother. Nurture those who are in your care, whether they be your children, your grandchildren, or your pets. And of course, if you have none of those in your care, nurture yourself. You can see this mother is rubbing her own belly, and this could be her child within. It could also be her own inner child. So this is a month of nurturing those around you and yourself, Capricorn. Next card is Aquarius. In Aquarius, we received this card last month as well. I don't think it was for Aquarius though, but it's the healing card. And this card is just a reminder that the end is the beginning. And that is the title of this painting is La fin et le... the end is the beginning. I wrote it in French and now I can't remember the translation. Well, it's a French title, but it's the end is the beginning, and it's the idea that this little flower, even though it's cold and you're in the frozen ground of winter, that there is hope. There is hope ahead. And when things change, always new things grow. So keep that in mind too. As summer ends, you may feel that you're going, have an ending here, but something new is on the horizon, Aquarians. Something new is blooming. For our Pisces. And also remember this card from last month. So Pisces, September is going to be a time of longing for you. And you are longing for, I still think this card has to do with the end of summer as well. It's a time of transition. I mean, I know that my children and I have been doing so many fun things this summer, and we've been traveling, children are always going to the beach, or they're playing with their friends, and it's just a carefree time. So when we go back to school, things get a little bit more serious, and even if you don't have children, this is a transition, and it is potentially making you feel a little bit of a longing for a more playful time, a more creative time. And what I just want to say to you, Pisces, is that as you are a Pisces, I would go be by water in September in order to kind of quell this longing and this nostalgic feeling that might be kind of bringing you down a little bit as the month of September comes on. So spend some time by water, and remember that your creativity also lies within your own hands. So you could also do some creative things too. Okay, Pisces. We're moving on to Aries. Aries also got a winter card, and this is a lovely card which has to do with remembering, even though we may feel stuck, remembering that beneath the surface there's transformation happening. Right now you can't see it because you feel like everything is frozen. You might feel a little bit stuck, maybe in your creativity, maybe in your relationship. But beneath the surface, there are things happening. These are not fossils. that are dead and gone underneath the surface. These are butterflies, and they are butterflies that still have the ability to rise up and transform. You just have to understand that they're hibernating right now, and in a way percolating and getting ready to open up. This just hasn't happened yet, and probably for you, Aries, September is going to be a little bit of a feeling, a frozen sense, but just know that this is important because hibernation is important, and winter is just as important as the other seasons. So if you're feeling that way, know that this is a necessary part of the cycle of life, and it's a necessary part of the cycle of your own psyche as well, and your emotions. So allow this peaceful time, allow this quiet and frozen time to be a part of your September, and know that the next month things have definitely a possibility to change. Okay? Have some quiet time for yourself, Aries. Next card is Taurus, and this card is the Cyclist, which is an interesting card. I feel close to this card because, as you know, I'm a Taurus, so I feel like I'm reading for myself, which is always challenging. But there is a sense that there's someone in your life who is sort of going through these cycles. They may be stuck. The Cyclist is someone who's a little bit superficial, who doesn't want to dive deeper, and this may be you. It may be someone in your life. It may be a male figure. This is a male figure who's important to you. And this figure is going through these cycles, and kind of it's around and around and around on the surface, and not really getting down into what really creates change. So there might be someone in your life that's sort of stuck on this superficial, cycling, repetitive, in a repetitive place in their lives. But be patient with them, and just realize that they're stuck, and that sometimes you can't change them, but it's important to still love them. And if it is you, and if you resonate with the Cyclist yourself, then I would, just realize that you might be spinning your wheels, and it might be time to make a little bit of a change in a different direction, or to get off the bike and try a new hobby. Okay, you can read whatever you'd like into that. I am going to move on to Gemini, the twins. Oh, Gemini. September is a month for you to channel your inner visionary. You have some broad ideas, and these ideas are important to not just you, but to your family and to your job, to your culture. Use that wonderful gift that you have for communication and your charisma, and make sure that you share your vision with others, because you are a unicorn. You're very special, especially at this time and in this month. You have a magic around you. Share your vision, Gemini. It's a good one. Next we have Cancer. Oh, Cancer. This is funny. This is my sun's sign, and he's just a little bit sad about his day. But this is a reading for September for Cancer. So Cancer, it might be feeling a little stormy for you right now. Things might not feel like they're going your way. Things are a little bit dark. But remember that after the storm, there are flowers. And those flowers are also coming to you. And the reason that we have a storm is to change. We can change the weather pattern. We can release energy that's blocking us, and we can make way for new growth. So, Cancer, bear with the storm and know that the flowers are coming. They are. And last but not least, we have Leo. Leo, you get the Nurture card. A beautiful card, and the title of this painting is The Two of Us, and it's a mother and son, and they are walking together, and they are taking time for one another. So I would say, Leo, this is a great time to spend with your younger loved ones, and just to take some time out to appreciate the younger ones in your care, and take a walk together, spend some time together nurturing those younger ones. Well, we had a lot of cards about similar cards here. We have a sense of things being frozen and lost, and we also have a sense of potential change happening. But right now, it seems like September is like perhaps, for many of us, not all of us, but a time where things are more percolating beneath the surface. We're feeling a little bit of loss, but know that it is temporary and it is necessary. Okay. We also have some cards about nurturing too, nurturing our loved ones. And last but not least, I want to give an extra card to Virgo, birthday month. So I'm going to pick one from here. Virgo, soulfulness, which really, really goes along with duality. So Virgo, September is a month for you to, looks to me that you're going to be really getting in touch with your shadow emotions. If you have been feeling sad, but you haven't been giving yourself the opportunity or permission to do so, go ahead and do that. Grieve if you need to. Also, hold your heart and realize that the authenticness of your own heart is very important. And just honor those emotions, honor your soulfulness, and know that there is a light around you. So, this is our reading for September, my dears, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. I'm going to let you look at these cards while I sign off. And of course, you can always purchase my story cards on my website, kathynichols.com, and it does come with this interpretation booklet, so you will know how to use the cards. And I hope that these readings also help you in your journey. So, again, wishing you light and love for September. And I will be back in touch with you in October. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them here for me, and I will respond to you. All right, ringing the bell. Thanks for joining me.